Hi English 10 students, and welcome to your second flipped grammar lesson. It's very exciting. Alright, today we're going to talk about kinds of sentences. There are 4 of them, and the first kind is declarative. Declarative just expresses a statement, there's not a whole lot of excitement to it, and it always ends with a period. So an example would be, English 10 is my all-time favorite class because of all of this wonderful grammar.
Statement of fact. Interrogative asks a question and always ends with a question mark, so it should be very easy to identify. Some examples are, why do I need to learn all of this grammar? Question mark. Am I going to be the boss someday? Question mark. Or do I want my employees to have confidence that I'm an educated person? Another question mark. All examples of interrogative sentences.
The third kind of sentence is imperative. An imperative sentence gives a command. It's a request or it's a direction. Probably a lot of things that you would hear from a teacher. The command, it may end with an exclamation point, but most of the time it's just a period.
And one thing I think is always important to note, Ms. Nelson, with imperative sentences is that the subject is always you. It's an understood you. You don't see it in the sentence, but it is understood and it is there because it's giving you a command and telling you what to do.
Right, so this is the imperative sentence is don't be lazy, but really what it's saying is you don't be lazy. And so like the you is just implied in the very beginning there.
And the final type of sentence, number 4, is an exclamatory sentence. It expresses a strong feeling and always ends with an exclamation point. Some examples, one example would be, I can't believe the ref called that. Or lots of other statements that maybe your parents even yell while they're watching you during your sporting events. Let's go ahead and look at some practice sentences. I'll go ahead and read them and Ms. Nelson will answer the questions to the best of her ability. Number 1, what do the Dalai Lama, Billy Idol, John McEnroe, and Nelson Mandela all have in common?
Well, the thing that would give away the answer to this would be that it starts with an interrogative pronoun, so like a W word, what, and then it ends with a question mark, so that would be an interrogative statement sentence.
Number 2, all of them have doubles in Madame Tussauds Wax Museum.
Okay, it's just a statement of fact, ends with a period, so it should be declarative.
Number 3, the wax models are very lifelike.
Again, there isn't a whole lot of excitement to that. It ends with a period, so a declarative. If you wanted to put an exclamation there, you mean to write it where it's going to be exciting, then you could probably say it's exclamatory, but the way that it is, it's just declarative.
Number 4, is that Jack the Ripper?
I got these out of the grammar book, just so you know I didn't make them up. So again, a question mark, so it's interrogative.
He looks very lifelike! Exclamation point.
So that would be an exclamatory sentence.
And last but not least, look over there.
Okay, ends with an exclamation, but because of this implied you part, it's an imperative sentence. It's commanding you to look over there.
And that's all we have. Should be a pretty easy review for you. See you tomorrow.